Thank you for joining Stamp It Up with Kathy Goodman. We are making an alternative card using supplies from the July 2020 Summer Nights add-on kit for the Paper Pumpkin. Paper Pumpkin is a monthly kit that gets delivered right to your doorstep with all the supplies to make either cards or 3D projects. First of all, we're going to pull in our card base. We are going to use, this is one from the Paper Pumpkin, comes with this beautiful envelope and there's fireflies on the inside of it. We are going to take and use one of the jars, the mason jars, and we are going to also use a label, and we are going to stamp on it, "You Light Up My Life." I have my Stampin' Pierce mat underneath because when you use photopolymer stamps, it helps if you have extra padding underneath your stamp. It gives you a better image. So we're going to stamp "You Light Up My Life." Let's move that out of the way. So try to get this in the center. Press down firmly, and then there we go. And we got "You Light Up My Life" on the label. Now, when you glue the mason jar down onto your project, if you put glue all over, it will show. So what we want to do is we're going to put this label right here. We're going to put a firefly right here, and one over here, and then one at the bottom here. So if we use those points to put our glue on our jar, it will help hide it because we will be covering it. So I'm going to put a dot of glue right up here, put one down here in this bottom corner, and then some across the middle because that's where that label is and no one's going to see that. And then we can put a little bit more right there. Okay, so we're going to take and we're going to glue our mason jar down to the front of our card. And you can see where the glue has kind of showed through a little bit. But that's all right, we're going to cover it up so it's not going to show. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to add dimensionals. We can use the large ones for this. Put one on each end, and we'll also put another one in the middle. And we're going to take the paper backing off of the dimensionals, and then we'll adhere it to our card front. And see how you can see where I put the glue? So we want to make sure that we cover that up with our label so you can't see it. Then on this, let's see here, we might have to do I put my glue on the wrong side, so here we might have to change these fireflies up a bit. Let's put one right here. We'll put another one right there. And we're going to put a little dimensional, one of the mini ones, on the wing of this one. Whoops, I dropped it. There we go. We're going to put one on the wing, so I want to move it just a little bit so it's not quite. I put a little bit of liquid glue, and then I put a little bit of liquid glue right on the top of it, and then I put a dimensional under the wing so it would and then we're going to put another mini dimensional on this one right here, and we're going to put him right up there to cover that glue spot. There we go. Now we're going to add a bow. I've used the Misty Moonlight ribbon from Stampin' Up. And I'm going to tie a small bow. And we'll add it to our card front. There we go. I'm going to trim off the edges here. And okay, you can use one of your glue dots and put that right on your jar front. I used 2 of them because we're actually going to add a little bit of gold to this too. Okay, so now I've got those on there, and if I just remove the paper backing, I know it's hard for you to see, but there's paper backing, and then on the other side there's the glue dot. So let's get our gold, and we'll make a small bow with the gold, and then we'll fray the ends a little bit, and it'll make it look like the fireflies have a little more sparkle. Okay, I might have cut this one just a little bit too small. Let's try this again. I think I cut it too small. Okay, this one is too long, but we'll make it work. Okay, so we've got this. We're gonna start and make bunny ears and make a bow. There we go. You want to pull it tight and then bring it back down to the size you want it. We're going to trim off the edges. Okay, so now the ends of this ribbon or this twine, if you pull it apart, makes it fray and it looks really cool. So adds more sparkle to your card. Okay, so I'm going to glue this down on one of the glue dots that I've put down here and kind of arrange my bow so that the separated a little bit. If I can get can't get my finger into there, so let's use your pick tool and separate it a little bit. That way, there we go. Okay, now let's find the bow that we tied, and let's add that right on the other glue dot. There, we got that all situated. Okay, now the outside of our card is finished. Let's work on the inside. So we have a plain piece of Whisper White cardstock that measures 4 by 5 1/4. And we're going to glue this piece of gold foil paper. It's a really thin piece. We're going to glue it about 1/4 of an inch from the bottom. I don't know if you can, this is in, there we go. It's in the camera view. There we go. Okay, so we got that. And then we're going to add another one of these beautiful fireflies to the inside of our card, and we're going to leave lots of room for you to write a message to a friend, so you can send this to them. We're going to okay, we got that all with the glue around the edges. We're going to put that in the inside of our card, making sure that we get it as centered as possible, and then we're going to press down firmly each of the edges. Okay, here's the card that we just made together. You Light Up My Life, and our little firefly on the inside. And then we have another, the one that I made before we got together, and it looks about the same. And your envelope, if you want to add a little firefly to the corner of it, you may do so. Thank you very much for joining today. Have a blessed day.